there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
And it's Lillard missing. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Fires the three. Curry can't get it to go. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to Brooklyn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Late in the season doors, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. Here's Thompson after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Goes up again. Nurkic with the block. The pass to Anthony. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, that's yeoman's work on the glass, and we've become accustomed to it from Draymond Green.
Here's Lillard. Higgins with the block. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Wiggins kicks to Thompson. Wiggins drawn the double team. Takes the three, and the basket by Pascal.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Releases. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Nurkic the pass to Carmelo. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And the basket by Lillard.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Curry passes to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, don't let the pretty stroke fool you. Thompson will throw it down every now and again. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
No, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And so it's Golden State with it. The Blazers getting the bucket.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Lillard against Curry. Portland moving the ball over. Anthony trying to get open. Whiteside, good.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Warriors trail by 5. It's Curry outside. They get the rebound. That shot, no good. And here's McCollum for 3. And no good. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for Portland. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor. defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Pass to Looney. Lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Well, you have to be a fan of the way Kevon Looney plays, the former UCLA Bruin. He puts in the work on the defensive end, Doris, and it shows.
No doubt. He has evolved to be the kind of player who is often asked to guard the wings, sometimes even point guards. Just think back to last year's playoffs. He had to guard the likes of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. This guy is so gifted as a defender, and he's only getting started.
Here's Trent. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Trent for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out to the right wing. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Little can't hit. Warriors trail by 12. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Sinks the three-pointer. Wiggins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Trent passes to Little. Here's Trent, covered by Wiggins. Pass to Trent. Lets it go from deep. He can't hit that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. It's hauled in by Trent. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Little. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Some teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And stolen by Chris. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Green missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Warriors trail by 11. Curry dishes to Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, wow, Kev, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
Portland moving the ball over. Lillard surveying the D. The pass to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Got a hand on it.
Man, how quick does he get off the floor? Chris rises high and sends it back.
Portland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw, good, Whiteside. And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
That one a little long.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Collins passes to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. Shoots the 3. Green with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, this is his specialty, right? CLA Thompson's shooting form from range, so pretty.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Goes up the baseline. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Curry finds Thompson. The offensive rebound. Green. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 16.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Shoots and misses it off the right side of the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And stolen by Chris. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, you've got to identify CLA Thompson early. In transition, he's so dangerous.
Outside Anthony. Lillard finds Anthony. And the three ball is good. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard the pass to McCollum. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. Here's Nurkic. McCollum outside. Passes it to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And he sinks the second. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And the basket by Lillard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Looney down low, covered by Anthony. The shot by Looney, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Anthony on the wing, covered by Wiggins. Here's Whiteside. Puts the move on. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
On the money from 12 feet away. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Wiggins. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. First in blocks, second in rebounding. And he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league, third overall in field goal percentage.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Warriors pull it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's McCollum, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Lillard. Here's the pass to Anthony. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whiteside, good.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Back to Curry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Cullen passes to Nurkic. And the call on the shot, it sends him to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. For Portland, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. That free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Now, here's Nurkic over Chris. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Here's Trent. And a miss there on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Chris. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Little. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Well, that miss, to me, created because of Steph Curry's defense. This guy is doing enough to influence the shot.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green, and it's Pascal in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
And it's Green missing. Portland leading by 7. Power down with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Got that one up quick. That's 10 points for Steph Curry.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Pass to Simons. Now Little. Here's Trent. Count that bucket. Trent's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Outside Curry. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Passes to Simons. Pass to Trent for the 3. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 7 rebounds in the game.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Now the feed to Collins. Hazonia with the ball. Now Green defending. Little passes to Simons. Over Thompson. No good off the back of the rim. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Chris kicks to Green. Over Hazonia. Green, no luck.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Portland moving the ball around. Here's Little. Now the pass to Simons. Now Little. Trying his luck from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chris has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Thompson inside the line, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Klay Thompson calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
They double him with Green. Trent passes to Simons. And now here's Hazonia. Collins kicks to Hazonia. Pass to Trent. Here's Simons. Over Thompson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Mario Hazonia. Collins checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. And Golden State also making a change. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Here's Pascal. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Whiteside, the pass to Trent, stolen by Thompson. Here's Chris. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Whiteside tried to break free.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
They need this one. Yes!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
It's good!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And stolen by Chris. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, you love the aggressiveness. Chris not drifting around on the outside. He's getting it done in the painted area.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 5. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And here are the Warriors now. To the paint, here's Collins. And the Warriors making a change here. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Curry is inside. So the Trailblazers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltend.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally... Well, yeah, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5 spot. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. Your pride is involved, and it's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in LA and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Nailed from three-point land.
And this is Thompson's calling card, a lethal three-point shooter with unlimited range.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good with the triple. And there's the pass to Beverley. Pass to George. Launches a three, but they get it back. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Green. Outside for Curry. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively. Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Here's Leonard on target from 13 feet.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Curry. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume. Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
And it's George missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
Curry gets the bucket.
When you have a four-man with this kind of vision and the unselfishness to go with it, unreal advantage. Draymond Green getting it done.
Now here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Shoots over Curry. And it's Beverly missing. And with Curry, the titles, the unanimous MVPs, I guess it's hard to argue he's not one of the best ever.
Yeah, Kevin, what stands out to me is just how much he's changed the game. I mean, when you alter how teams approach the game and how kids practice at home, he's made the three just as big as the dunk.
Now, here's Thompson. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Green finds Curry from the arc. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Here's Golden State. They've got a 13-2 run going. Green passes to Wiggins. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game. I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Floats one. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Wiggins from outside. Here's Pascal. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Jackson. And here's Morris for 3.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
There's Shamet. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a...
The field goal percentage as a whole.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Jermichael Green. And it's Morris in at the 4. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Great value in rim protection, Chris. Talk about some of the characteristics that you have seen and you use yourself in being a good shot blocker.
Well, your reputation precedes you as a shot blocker. So as a shot blocker, you've already blocked enough shots that everyone knows, hey, I'm Rudy Gobert. Don't come in here unless you want to get that shot swatted out of the way. My name's Joel Embiid. Did you see my highlights of last game? So really what I'm saying is the shot blocker is always in your thought process. I still have nightmares about Matumbo. Oh, come on, let's go to the next. Go to the next one, please. Come on. Get our shot blockers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Jackson. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for Golden State. Smiling.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Stolen away. Puts up a 3. Curry's shot is off. Clippers trail by 18. Here's Leonard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
The Warriors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Curry with the 3. No good. He missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And it's Leonard missing. Warriors leading by 15. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the basket by Pascal.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Here's Curry with the 3. They get it back.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Leonard. That one's not going to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Outside Curry. There's the 3. Green with the rebound.
His 3-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back. Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
And a deep 3 from Curry. But they'll get another chance. And another shot. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Curry's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead. This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson.
gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green. For Los Angeles, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on. He's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throw.
And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Clippers on defense. Down by 15. And the rejection by Zubac.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, man, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And the Warriors miss again.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
To the wing right side. Beverly for 3. Second shot opportunity. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Zubac.
Well, that's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
It's Curry outside. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 13 points.
I tell you, how do you defend Curry on the catch and shoot? It's hard because he can hurt you from so many spots on the floor.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from George. Curry kicks to Thompson. Green, the pass to Chris. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Takes a 3. And the Warriors miss again. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
So both teams changing it up here. George against Thompson. Pass to Beverly. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Fires at the elbow. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Open shot, Thompson. No good again that time.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Misses the 3.
D forgets about him on the perimeter. They're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Shots good by Green.
Amazing sense for how to score inside. Green doesn't settle. Good at staying aggressive.
The pass to Morris. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Warriors leading by 9. Wiggins passes to Chris. Here's Poole. Now here's Wiggins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Green, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The Warriors pull it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Green passes to Chris. Here's Poole. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Poole's got his first bucket of the night. Fans, broadcasters, love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will help that break, around that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team is fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from team scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because the player holds the ball too right. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight of the play.
Wiggins kicks to Thompson. From past the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Shamet's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting for Golden State.
Free throw good, Wiggins. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Williams, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Green kicks to Leonard. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. To the inside. It's deflected and stolen by Wiggins. Smailagic. He's covered by Leonard. Back to Wiggins. Makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Left side, Williams. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. They could use a bucket. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And Jackson has the green light from there. He makes these shots routinely.
The shot by Curry, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 15, and the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Williams is out there with Reggie Jackson, and it's Green in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Jackson against Curry, 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The 3 from George, and the dunk by Jackson.
Like whenever Jackson uses his speed on the glass, keeping possessions going.
Wiggins right side, outside Curry. They get the rebound. Looney passes to Wiggins. From deep 3-point range. Not going to go that time.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
There's some guys you let take that shot, but to be honest, he ain't one of them.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
The 11-footer and the basket by Pascal. And the Warriors lead by 13.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Curry against Jackson. Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. The Warriors pull it in. They led by as many as 18 points. Curry passes to Pascal. Shoots over Leonard. Misses the follow-up. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 15-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Pascal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First free throw is good. Well, the NBA is entertainment. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
I mean, with all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around him. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
Beverly against Wiggins, and it's Beverly missing. Warriors leading by 15. On the wing, Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But yeah, this is no letter. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Back to Leonard. The tray. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 20 points.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Andrew Wiggins.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
Outside, George. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Pass to Patterson. Over to the left wing. Magruder. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Bowman. Pass to Lee. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's denied. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution. Reggie Jackson.
There's Jackson with the three. Misses. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. So, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to this game, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting this. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George with the bucket. At the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs. Right. So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make
they're
that
the
your
4th
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Now McCollum. Paul George missing from long range. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The putback planks the putback jam. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Beverly wide open. Portland grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. To the middle. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Nurkic has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Leonard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. Passes it to Nurkic. Leonard against Anthony. 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Portland. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And for the Trailblazers,
They've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now, here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. McCollum dishes to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. McCollum no good and stolen by Lillard. Collins kicks to McCollum. Collins against Leonard. Pass to Nurkic. The dish to Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. McCollum against George. Rebounded by McCollum.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The pass to Carmelo. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard left side, out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
McCollum no good.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lillard finds Whiteside. Can they get it? And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, the bio says 7 feet and 265. Whiteside usually finds a way to get the shot to go despite being hit, thanks to those numbers. Incredible strength.
Williams passes to Green, and here is Morris. On deep. It's not going to go for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Andrew Shamet is out there with Morris, and it's JaMychal Green, and there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons. At the elbow, it's Whiteside. Poke loose. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Williams for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Well, during his career, Lou Williams has been a decent threat from the three-point line, around 35%. Good at stretching out the court.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it goes down 2 points. Clippers leading by 4.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. Little passes to Simons. And the layup's good off the glass. Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Green, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Wide open look here for Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
The Clippers trail. Here's Shamet. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Pass to Leonard. 1:10 left to play here in the half. Missed inside. Lasagna, the pass to Trent. Leonard with the steal. George with the ball. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Trent gets the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
LA has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
So for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Mario Hezonja, and Anthony subbed in for Little.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom, and as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you've maybe won in a player.
Leonard on the wing. And the shot is long.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got the game tied up here for Portland.
That's just maybe some bully ball from Whiteside. You like to see him get post position where he gets both feet into the paint and wet.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Whiteside.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over. He blocks shots. He's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Outside Anthony. No good there. And stolen by Whiteside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during... And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
On the court for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Here's Lillard, and the rejection by Zubac. Here's Nurkic, and he lays it straight in. Nurkic has got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Nobody near Leonard. On the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Offensive rebound, Nurkic, and a missed layup.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And he makes that 1.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Lillard against Beverley. A 3 from McCollum. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Anthony against Leonard. Anthony dishes to Lillard. McCollum outside. Knocked loose. Stolen by George. Morris with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Pull up Jay. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here. The first for Portland. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor.
Exactly.
And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
But when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
And really deep through that time. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jackson gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And they double up Whiteside. And stolen by Williams. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's George. And a lot of contact on that one. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Paul George is out there with Morris, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Trent. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
One-on-one here. And he banks in the layup.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The three from George. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Trent passes to Lillard. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Los Angeles leading by 11. Morris into the lane. Misses from close range. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Green with the block. Here's George. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed.
11 feet away. From 12 feet out. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverly, and that one is good.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Passes to Shamet. Elbow shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lillard. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Back to Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 11. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. Yeah, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from, and Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Lillard against Beverly. George double teamed. And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. 8 points for Damian Lillard.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And George kicks to Beverly. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to George. Over Trent. And it's George missing.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. And so here's Portland. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. But they get it back. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Out to the right wing. Fires the three. Again, the miss by Lillard. So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.
RPM tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And you know what, Smitty, if you track his movement, you can see how active Steph Curry is when trying to get open.
As a guard, it's so impressive to see how Curry moves and relocates to get a shot off. He works harder than everyone else in the league to free up that extra time and that daylight that he needs to get a shot off.
It's good on the putback.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Anthony taking his time here. Passes it to Whiteside. Over Chris. Whiteside, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Anthony against Wiggins. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the focus was to get stops. All game they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Thompson from out on the wing, he knocks it down.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Whiteside. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Showing off his inside game. Whiteside looking good there.
And it's Stephen Curry with a 3. Curry's got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Green. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
Here's Thompson. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Wiggins finds Green. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Beautiful feed by Draymond. He plays a physical game, but he also has great awareness and skill.
In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
Azania, he's checked in for Whiteside. Little passes to Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Portland again missing.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Little can't hit. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Trent passes to Hazania. Here's Simons. Back to Hazonia. Portland no good that time either.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Looney. Basket Poole. And here is Curry. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 9. Down low, here's Collins, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
It's Curry outside. Offensive rebound. And the basket Poole. From deep three-point range, Little with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Pascal. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Damian Lillard. Anthony is out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Curry's shot is off. That's tipped. Inside. And the basket by Pascal.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
They grab their own miss. Whiteside, good.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focus, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Wasted no time on that one. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVPs?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
It's hard to intimidate Whiteside because he's usually the guy on the end doing the intimidating.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Steph Curry. Portland also making some changes. Gabriel's checked in, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Nobody near Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors leading by 13. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard, the pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. Here's Trent. He's covered by Thompson. Gabriel's shot's good. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. On the wing, Thompson. There's the triple. And it's Thompson again missing. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 11. Lillard outside. Here's Gabriel. The shot will not fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got his first bucket in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Thompson. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Trent passes to Collins. It's good from long range. Collins has got 5.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
Warriors leading by 13. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Poole. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Passes it to Poole. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Look at the Trailblazers. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And, of course, Golden State. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
Now, here's Wiggins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Lillard, who's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Thompson inside the line, and it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Smailagic. Here's Pascal, up and in from the low block. He has 6.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Collins trying to break free. Plenty of daylight on that shot. That's 7 points for Damian Lillard. To the paint. Smailagic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Little kicks to Anthony. Chris with the rebound.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Smailagic. Curry wide open. No good on the triple. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade All Fueled Up for the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Chris is out there with Green. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Thompson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Well, nobody gets hot in the NBA quite like Klay Thompson, Smitty. He is something else. Wow.
Players can get hot, Kevin, but when Klay gets hot, every shot falls in. The records he set with made threes in a game, 37 points in a quarter, 60 points in 3 quarters. When he gets rolling, it's a treat to watch.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Curry passes to Chris. To the middle. Here's Green. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
Aggressive, working for the high percentage shot. Draymond understands this game.
And that one, good.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Curry. And that's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. Back to Whiteside. Over Chris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Good activity from Whiteside. Aggressive move, draws contact, going to the line.
A different look now for Portland. Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony, and it's Simons in for Lillard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Curry's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 10. Pass to Simons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Curry passes to Thompson. And it's Portland with the rebound.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
McCollum, no good.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
That one falls. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. At one point, they led by 16.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Simons. The Warriors making the shot. Now McCollum checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Hezonja finds Nurkic. That shot off the mark. The Warriors go the other way with it. And stolen by Hezonja. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The pass to Simons. And now, here's Hezonja. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 5. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 15.
All of 7 feet, 265. Whiteside easily powers through contact. That's a great play.
Thompson against McCollum. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good on the 3.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Give this young man a lot of credit. Instead of watching on the offensive end, he's making a difference when his number's called.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And stolen by Chris. Over Whiteside. Chris can't hit.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Pass to Simons. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Curry outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, Let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Little. Damian Lillard out there with Collins. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. Warriors leading by 8. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Over Collins. Lillard against Curry. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Collins grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. If he can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Pass to Pascal. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Three-pointer Lillard. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
And the shot goes in. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Unselfish play right there. Curry with the patience to wait for someone to break free.
Whiteside inside. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Whiteside's got 19 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Over to the wing. The pass to Looney. Curry on the wing. Shoots over Lillard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 18 points for Steph Curry.
So good with the ball in his hands. Curry's just as effective off the catch.
And the basket by Lillard.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Wiggins passes to Looney. Here's Pascal. He's covered by Whiteside. And the basket by Pascal.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And there's the feed to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Fires for 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3. He's got 21.
Just another reason why we have to love Stephen Curry. His ability to provide baskets in key situations.
And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now, here's Lillard. Here's Whiteside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
You know, fouling Whiteside in there used to be a good strategy. Not anymore. He's improved his free throw shooting quite a bit.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And it's Green missing. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Whiteside. Over Chris, and it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by McCollum. That's now 22 points for Hassan Whiteside. Passes to Chris. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. It's good. This game is all even.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
McCollum trying to get open. Anthony controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Chalk up 2 there.
Clutch basket for Draymond. You always feel comfortable with him taking the shot.
Here's Lillard. Shooting foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Green with the block.
Green really puts forth a ton of effort on the defensive side. Always a shot-blocking threat.
And Whiteside sends it back. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's Thompson. Missed. Now here's Anthony. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment. And
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course,
the busy freeways of Washington. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the center position. Now here's Curry, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Green kicks to Chris, and Chris throws it down.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Leonard, the pass to Morris. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things. Stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Inside, Green, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Back to Leonard. The three. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, the electricity of Andrew Wiggins can really elevate around the rim.
Outside, George. Passes it to Leonard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now Leonard. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubats. And the Warriors making a change here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pascal, the pass to Chris. He kicks it to Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And everyone loves to talk about Curry's offense, but he does enough, Doris, to hold his own on the defensive end as well.
Listen, Kevin, we know that opposing teams target Steph Curry on the defensive end. What you love about Curry is his quick hands allow him to come up with steals. His competitive nature makes him bulldogish enough that he's going to stick with a player and try to bother their shot.
Leonard the pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
George dishes to Green. George passes to Green. And George kicks to Leonard. Over Thompson. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 9 points.
Oh, this is the kind of...
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
From 11 feet away, that one off the back iron and out.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game out. And there's the pass to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Morris, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 6. Here's Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Pascal's got his second bucket. And here's Leonard from 3. Doesn't go that time. Curry from deep three-point land. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Go wide. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team is as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Jackson kicks to Williams. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him. On the wing, Green. Just 4 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. There's Jackson with the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And Looney sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Curry with the steal. Pass to Poole. Some nice passing by Golden State. Looney with the bucket.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Jackson gets the bucket. The Warriors leading. Looney passes to Curry. Here's Poole. Zubac defending. Down low. Smailagic makes it off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Shamet on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Outside Jackson. Shoots over Curry. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Jackson.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you. And
that one, good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Green deciding where to go with it. Shamet finds Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Smile-a-geek, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jackson from long range. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Pass to Poole. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes to Williams. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Williams has got his first points of the night. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 12. Feeds it to Williams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. .11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Beverly dishes to George. Over Thompson. Los Angeles with another miss.
The shot.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now, here's Green. No points in the game yet for him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. George, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
How exciting is this kid? One of the more athletic front court players you'll find in the NBA, Marquise Chris, doing work.
Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Stolen by Beverly. And they're running. Leonard. That one, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shots good by Green.
Well, Draymond Green can dole out as much punishment as he receives, and right there goes into the teeth of the defense.
George against Thompson. Back to George. From deep three-point range, Warriors with the rebound. Thompson in the corner. Golden State moving the ball around. Good work there as it goes. Chris has got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
Well, you love the aggressiveness. Chris not drifting around on the outside. He's getting it done in the painted area.
Morris, left side. He feeds it to George. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, Klay Thompson's simply one of the best to do it in the NBA right now when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second-chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Chris throws it down.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
Leonard, no luck. Warriors leading by 17. Up the floor, it's stolen by Morris. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. The feed to Morris. The pass to Beverly. George against Thompson. It's good. George has got 5 points in the quarter. Doris, you've seen a lot of the Golden State Warriors. You've covered their last 5 finals appearances, their 3 championships. Where do you think the Warriors rank all time?
Well, first of all, it's been a privilege to cover one of the great teams in NBA history. I do believe it's really hard to compare eras, because if you think back to the 90s and the level of physicality that defenses were allowed to play with, you know, it's a drastically different game. It's played in much more open space. Steph Curry has completely changed the defensive geometry with his ability to shoot the basketball. But listen, for me, it's been a privilege to cover this great Warriors run.
And the Warriors with possession here after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Warriors now. Wiggins dishes to Thompson. Over Morris. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Wiggins. Thompson's got 5.
Well, you've got to mix up your looks and where you score from. And right now, Klay Thompson, the mid-range jumper on point.
But they recover it. Beverly, the pass to Green. Now Beverly. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the basket by Pascal. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Unable to get that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Pascal, the pass to Green, and the shot goes down. Green's got 9 points here in the second half.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Los Angeles with another miss. Warriors leading by 20. And Thompson kicks to Green. From deep. And the Warriors get it back. Thompson misses.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bobble that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Clippers trail by 18. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Pascal in at the 4 slot. On the wing, Morris. 5 to shoot. Over Green. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Shamet's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Look, Kev, that's pure strength from Draymond Green. When he gets hit, he still finds a way to score it. You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups.
Wiggins passes to Pascal. Thompson way outside, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Jackson from long range. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
And stolen by Wiggins. Thompson outside. A 3-ball, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt. You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Thompson passes to Pascal. And the layup's good off the glass.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
The three-pointer is right on target. Shamet's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Another shot, and he converts the layup.
Yeah, see, I think Andrew Wiggins has the kind of leaping ability and skill to be really effective. I like that he's aggressive hitting the offensive window there, guys.
Here's Leonard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Steph Curry.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Pass to man. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 5. Here's Patterson. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Pass to Bowman. Here's Looney, and stolen by Patterson. It's 2-on-1. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Lee outside. To the inside. Here's Looney, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
From deep three-point range. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Game time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems.
Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight. And before we get... A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Morris. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'm trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And the basket by McCollum.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Outside, George. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard misses. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
And it's sent back by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. A 3 from McCollum. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
Here's McCollum after the Clippers pick up 2. Green with the block. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And stolen by Williams. George passes to Morris. And it's blocked by Whiteside. At the elbow, it's Lillard. That shot misses.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Anthony's shot is off. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Count it.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to George. Three-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
The shot by Anthony, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And they get it back. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead, up by 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 3 on the clock. Here's Whiteside. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Whiteside's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Leonard, and the rejection by Collins. Right wing. Down low, Williams with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Jackson, and it's Whiteside with the rebound.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look. He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Great D that time from Leonard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Here's Leonard. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Count that one. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D is struggling to keep up.
Whiteside played in with a nice touch off the glass. Whiteside's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, and that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Trent can't hit. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard attacking. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 11 here in this quarter alone. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid. Shoot, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Now, here's Whiteside, following the miss by Lou Williams.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Outside Jackson. They kick it out to Green. Now the pass to Shamet. Over Collins. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Little finishing it off. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And they're on the break. And he banks in the layup. And now a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Back to Shamet. Over Collins. And the rejection by Collins.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yes, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
And there it is for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And that one's good, Shamet.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Portland.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Trent passes to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Whiteside. It's good again, and an excellent 7th or 8th shooting night so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's Jackson with the 3. A shot off that time. It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for Portland. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 14 points, 3 block shots, and that.
Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, Jay, the blocks are impressive, no doubt, but his intimidation factor actually prevents certain shots from ever being taken at all.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Hazonia in at the 3. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Zach Collins checked in for Mario Hazonia. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw tonight. Clippers trail by 8. Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Good.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Beverly against Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Bank shot. No good. And so here are the Clippers. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Lillard attacking. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to have him.
To the middle, here's Anthony. Morris with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game.
they're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. McCollum finds Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Here's George. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
But he gets it back. Pass to Nurkic. A second chance effort, and the bank shot is good. Nurkic has got his first basket.
Not just an interior threat, the in-between jumper. I mean, Nurkic possesses is often right on the money, too. Star at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Landry Shamit's checked in for Los Angeles. Trent passes to Carmelo. McCollum outside. Pass to Anthony. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. 4-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blaze the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. There's the pass to Anthony. Lays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Trent. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving fits out there.
McCollum, left side, hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Inside, it's stolen by Anthony. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Count it. And 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shoot. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for the Clippers right now, Green is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Williams. And it's Beverly in at the shooting guard. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Now the Clippers moving it up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And it takes more than a little contact to stop Beverly. His drives to the hoops are absolutely tenacious.
Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. Here's Simons. To the middle. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Beverly for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Beverly's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Clippers. Portland leading by 11. Passes it to Whiteside. It's number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now Beverly. Right side, Williams. Back to Beverly. Over McCollum. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Whiteside, and they pick up 2. Whiteside's got 20 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Pass to McCollum. Whiteside up top. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here we felt it. Green kicks to Williams. Back to Green. Pass to Leonard. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Hezonja on the wing. Over Leonard. Hezonja's shot is off.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. Affecting the shot.
And stolen by Hezonja. Whiteside with it. Hezonja finds Whiteside. Back to Hezonja. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And here's Leonard from 3. He can't get that one, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simmons. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Green, and Georgia subbed in for Williams. Lillard with no one around. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. And that one's good. Beverly.
And Kevin, when Beverly gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Collin passes to Whiteside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Collins, good.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt.
a lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Hassan Whiteside.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
And Leonard stays with it.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. He dialed that one up from long distance.
Well, Leonard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And here's George. Back to Beverly. Kicks to George. From deep three-point range. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Lillard from deep three-point land. Misses the deep three-point attempt. From deep. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.